Today we're looking at a strip lower receiver with a lower receiver parts kit and a buttstock assembly. So this is what it looks like if you're going to take a strip lower receiver and make it into a complete lower receiver. There's several different components that go into the lower receiver and then your whole buttstock assembly. So it's important to make sure that you have all the parts that you need in the kit and the proper tools and equipment to put it together, like a vice block, sorted wrenches, punches, things like that. This is your front takedown pin and the spring and the detent that goes with that. Your bolt catch with your spring, detent, and roll pin that holds that in. It's important that you buy a quality parts kit that has quality machined bolt catch. There's a lot of inexpensive, parts kits that come. They're not the highest quality machining and everything, and quality control on the bolt catch. Next you have the mag catch assembly, which is the mag catch, the button, and the spring. Then you have your rear takedown pin and the same spring and detent that you use in the front pivot pin. So those are the same spring and detent, different pins though. Longer pin in the front, shorter pin in the rear. Then down here, this is your trigger and hammer assembly, your fire control group. So it consists of the trigger, the disconnector spring, the trigger spring, the trigger pin, and then you have your hammer assembly. It's the hammer with the J pin. There's a little pin that comes in the hammer already, a little spring that you can see when you look through the hole in the hammer. It helps retain the hammer pin. It's going to be hard to see in the video, but that comes as an assembly generally. And then your hammer spring here. So you need all those components to put them in properly. Then you have a trigger guard, which comes with the front detent already installed, and then you have a roll pin in the rear to hold the trigger guard in. Then you have your selector assembly. So it's a selector, safety / selector. Then you have a spring, which is a different spring from your takedown and pivot pin, so you need to make sure you use the right one there. And then this is the detent for the selector. It's a pointy shaped one. Then this is the standard A2 pistol grip, the standard A2 pistol grip screw and lock washer. Then you have the last piece that comes in a lower parts kit is going to be your buffer retainer pin and spring. Those are going to go inside here, and that's all that's going to come with the lower parts kit. So that'll complete the lower receiver. But then your buttstock assembly takes, the lower parts kit doesn't come with any of these parts. So for a carbine assembly like this one is, you need your receiver end plate, and there's different types of receiver end plates if you want to have sling swivels built in, different things like that, but this is just a standard GI type receiver end plate. Then you have your lock ring. This is the newer style, which has the 4 notches, which takes a different tool than the older style, so you need to be aware of that. And then you have receiver extension. Some people call it a buffer tube, but it's really a receiver extension. This is a mil-spec version, so it's made out of better quality aluminum forgings. That's all the parts to assemble that into your lower receiver. And then you have your buffer spring and your buffer. This particular one is an H2 buffer, designated by the H2 on here. There's also H standard buffer weights. That's a different issue altogether, but depending on what